My personal origins stem from a very special place in Northern California, the upper headwaters of the river. I come from a place called Tasman Koyam in my tribal language. I'm a member of the Mountain Maidu people of Plumas County. My mother's maiden name is Ben, and where I come from, it's very important to introduce yourself in such a way. My mother's a special woman. She is a memorable teacher. She is a community activist. She is a culture carrier. In our community, this is what we call folks who have taken a special pride in their sense of identity and being tribal, of being a person who takes a personal charge of responsibility to passing on wisdom to the next generations. As a child, I've witnessed her in countless meetings, teaching members of the public. I've witnessed her in many, many family gatherings, teaching her own family, her children, her grandchildren, the importance of understanding the sacred nature of water from the perspective that she gained as a young person. She's a proud one. She's taught me a lot, and I would hope that I can carry on some of the wisdom that she's handed down to me. The tribe of the Maidu have suffered a lot in the advent of California. The construction of the Great Stairway of Power, the series of dams that make up the hydroelectric project on the Feather River, have done so much to disrupt our culture, to disrupt our ways and our traditions, and most certainly has led to a vast lack of access to our homeland. So in my adult life, I've worked very hard to learn from her wisdom, take on her charge, and fight for the right, advocating for the permanent and protected right of the tribal people to have access to our clean waters. In 2017, I learned that my father, whom I wasn't necessarily too close to, was very, very ill, and he was battling late-stage cancer. Knowing that he'd soon be gone, we spent a lot of time intentionally at the end of his life, and it was a great blessing for me because I had the chance to learn a lot more about my origins stemming from my dad. One thing that I learned was that, in fact, his grandfather, my great-grandfather, was actually a leading engineer at the time for Pacific Gas and Electric Corporation and had worked to design a lot of dam structures on the Feather River. This was a big shock for me to learn. For me, what I've come to learn through my work, and certainly through my membership of the Water Solutions Network, is that all of our shared stories are complex. Our origins are complex as Californians. As a tribal person, it's very clear to me. We are a state, we're a nation, in fact, of immigrants. Whether it was a few years ago or a long time ago, we've come here from somewhere else, and we've got common struggles as people. And understanding the sacred nature and the gift of water, clean water, that has been bestowed upon us from our Creator, it's also important to acknowledge that it's also a enduring responsibility that we've been given, and to work together to learn about the widely varying sets of interests that folks from around the state have in terms of water has been an enlightening experience for me. And it's an invitation, I believe, for us all to reach out beyond your own set of interests and to try to discover the universal qualities of water and its relationship to people. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to share my own story, and I also want to acknowledge the great power that I believe that the Water Solutions Network represents for our state moving forward. Thank you.